Hello everyone and welcome to Sportsbook Review. I'm your host Martin Green and today we are breaking down the opening four fixtures of Euro 2020. It's here at last. We have Italy hosting Turkey in Rome on Friday night, and then Saturday we have Wales versus Switzerland, Denmark versus Finland in Copenhagen, and finally Belgium take on Russia in St. Petersburg. Seeing as it's the opening show of the tournament, we're rolling out the big guns. We have the living legend that is Alex Classic Tips, the most famous Romanian export since Georgie Hagi, and we have Palmeri, a genuine heavyweight of Italian football journalism. I think he's got more Twitter followers than Justin Bieber. Probably better. We'll start breaking down the games in a minute, but I just want to quickly ask, Tan, Italy have a great team and they've won their last 7 games without conceding a single goal. What's the mood like in Italy? Does the public think that Italy can go on and win this tournament after a bit of a trophy drought for the last few years?
So you put on your shirt of England. You go on, you follow your is coming home mood, and then you start to like, oh, can Italy win the tournament? Or with the passive aggressive jinxing towards the others. No, I don't think he can win the tournament, but I think can do good. I think that there are at least 4 better teams than Italy. England being the second of this. England can win the tournament, even if they are not my favorite, but they can win the tournament. And then they are dealing with many problems. Pellegrini has been ruled out of the Euros right this morning, which is a huge blow. But let's speak overall. Italy, it's one of the things. Let's speak overall, and it's not the first thing. The first thing is that you decided to put on the shirt, so the heavy is on you. Let's see if Martin Green is jinxing England or is bringing luck to England. This is the stigma just on you.
We shall see. We shall see. Alex, Romania didn't make it to the final, sadly.
What a news! What an old news!
Who are you going to be rooting for in this tournament? Is it Italy? Is it England? Is it Germany? Or do you have a soft spot for anyone in particular?
I love the Italian team. I love their new style of play for the last many years. I love 3-4 years. The Mancini under the Mancini guidelines and the team that they have right now. I think that some fresh players are coming in with the Locatelli and Barella. I think that there is plenty of potential in this Italian team. But as always, I love Belgium, But I don't know. I would love to see Italy because I don't want to go with the heavyweights here. I don't want to go with France. I don't want to go with Germany, England, Spain, and so on. I would love for it's not exactly an underdog if you think about it, Italy, right? Because it's not an underdog. If you think about the experience that they have player by player and the skills that they have player by player and the results that they produce in the last years, I think that there is plenty of chance for this squad to go all the way because really, that fresh blood is impressing me also in Serie A, also in the international matches.
Yeah, I think they've got a terrific team.
Is this the jinxing Italy SBR?
No, because I don't have an Italian t-shirt. Don't worry about it. I don't have an Italian t-shirt.
You can put this on me. I'm the one jinxing the Italian team, so I apologise to the glorious nation of Italy, which I'm a big fan of. But look, we'll start analysing the games in just a minute. But first, I'd just like to request to you all that you smash that like button, show your appreciation for these two fine gentlemen, subscribe to the channel, and click on that notification bell. That way you'll be notified each time we're about to start filming shows covering football, basketball, baseball, UFC, lots of other sports. Also, please click the link in the description and head on over to Sportsbook Review to read articles written by our team of pro handicappers, all sorts of topics, picks, insight, sportsbook reviews written by yours truly. You'll find a wealth of vital content there. Without further ado,
a lot of work on that channel from Martin Green. Like everything on that channel is from Martin Green. But we have the topics from Tan also from Dave, also from Eric. They are writing some interesting articles, some features.
Yeah. I'm pulling an article almost every day in
Oh,
this
and
Euro 2020.
I said that.
it's like reading poetry. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan.
Come on. I understand that you want to gain some passion for England. Is that the new shirt of Euro 2020?
Yeah, I think so.
Daddy went to do shopping for the show, eh?
Yeah, but he said he's my first show as a host, so I have to wear some fresh stuff.
Who paid for that? SBR or Martin Green?
Martin Green paid for it out of his own pocket.
Yeah. SBR.
This beautiful screen behind me. It's been a huge investment to get us to this point.
But behind the screen, is there someone at the toilet, or is just there is land? What is behind that screen?
I've got a whole film here. Steven Spielberg's directing, and
you wish, huh? You wish.
But anyway, look. Without further ado, let's proceed. It all begins. Italy taking on Turkey. And how do you think this one's going to?
Obviously, all the pressure is on Italy, but Italy now, superstition aside, Italy has been performing super well. 27 undefeated games in a row, but it's the first final tournament game in 5 years. 5 years. Not only we didn't qualify to 2018, then there was that upheld pressure since Euro 2020 was postponed. They are back to action after that humiliation, doing it at home. Also, doing it at home in front of crowd. Is the first time there will be such a huge crowd, 20% of the stadium, after 1 year and a half in Italy, because there was only, I don't remember how much, some 10,000, no, less, 4,000 at the Coppa Italia final. So these players haven't played in front of a public in the last 1 year and a half. So it's not easy at all. And Turkey is a very, very clever team. They have some single players that can pull good performance or can make the difference. Çalhanoğlu, obviously, but also Burak Yılmaz. He won the league for Lille. And Çelik, the right back for Turkey, that is also right back for Lille, and he's doing this great connection exactly for Burak Yılmaz. And I think Italy are gonna suffer a lot and struggle. But I feel like the team anyway is playing good enough. So I think there is great value in playing a draw with handicap, which means Italy winning only by 1 goal difference, whether that is 1-0, 2-1, or whatever, but draw with handicap, because I still believe in Italy winning, but by inches.
Wow, I like that. That's a winning margin bet of Italy to win by a single goal. And I think Italy would bite your hand off if they were offered that in the opening game of Euro 2020 against what he says, Alex, a very difficult Turkish team to break down, very strong defensively. How do you see it going?
Yeah, very difficult to break down. But they are fancying their chances to make a deep tournament. He mentioned, Tan mentioned Burak Yılmaz. Unfortunately, he's 35 years old. And yes, indeed, he had an amazing
season. 40. What's the problem with that?
But they also have a great central back line with Soyuncu and Demiral, 2 experienced players, one in the Premier League and one in Serie A for Juventus and Leicester. After that, they have, like Tan said, Çalhanoğlu, who can deliver a lot of great balls for Burak Yılmaz. They have a great attacking firepower, and they showed that during the qualifiers, and recently also they are scoring many goals. But again, I really love this Italian side. With Verratti being out probably in the first match, there is room for Locatelli and Barella on in the middle there together with Jorginho. I would love to see Berardi and Insigne but together with Immobile in front, probably a 4-3-3 from Italy. I don't like the fact that Bonucci and Chiellini are very old and they cannot perform like they did 5-6 years ago. But again, it's a final tournament, you know, it's a Euro. Everybody will put their best here. Florenzi on the right back, I think that is a great player. I think that who they called to replace Pellegrini? Castrovilli, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I think
just
that
imagine. I can give you this insight if you want.
Yeah,
so
sure.
Today he had his flight leaving for holidays at Seychelles Islands. It was like mid in the morning.
Wow.
So okay, I give you the whole insight. This I didn't write or tweet anywhere. So,
hold on, guys. This is an exclusive we're getting here from Tan. Exclusive content, world exclusive.
Yes. So Pellegrini yesterday trained and he was perfect. Okay. Nobody had any that was any suspicious that he would be out. Then this morning, there was with a colleague of mine, this thing popped out at 9 a.m. Okay, and was like, okay, seems like Pellegrini got a problem and they're gonna call Castrovilli. The journal, because I'm in Rome, but the journalist covering the national teams, the people close to the national team and everybody, nobody knew anything. I said, look, I got this. I don't think so. There was nothing. Nobody knew anything. We worked on that. Within 20 minutes, it was like the situation collapsed. It was like, okay, oh my God, something is happening. Really? Castrovilli had the flight like mid-morning to Seychelles Island. Basically had this injury at, I don't know, flexors are called these muscles in the thighs. I don't know what it is in English. And yesterday night, everything kept very, very secret. And we went out with this news with Sport Italia, which is the TV I'm working for here in Italy. And within 20 minutes, the things blew. Castrovilli had literally, earlier in the morning, had to call his
agents,
travel agent, to say postpone the trip because I think I'm gonna stay. And he went to the camp of because that is in Florence, of Italy national team. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, so as I was saying, Italy are unbeaten in the last 27 matches, last suffering defeat back in 2018. Yes, they haven't faced too many big nations in this run, but it's still an impressive run. And on the other side, someone is saying on the chat that Turkey are bad. No, I don't think that they are bad. I think that Senor Güneş is doing an amazing job, and he has a lot of players with experience. They have drawn with Germany, beaten the Netherlands, and also in the recent victories, a recent victory over France in the past years. So I think that there is plenty of pressure on Italy right now. Is Italy to lose for me? But I'm thinking how they will wander with the pressure. If they will not handle good the pressure, Turkey might pull off the upset here. But I think that at the end of the day, Italy will win this match because they are the better team. But I'm not going with the money line here. I'm going with the goals market. And as you know, in the tournaments like that, the bookmakers are offering huge odds on the overs because they normally those kind of matches are low scoring matches, and we will see a great odds for the overs. So I'm going over 2 goals on the Asian handicap at minus 130, 1.75. I think that we will see at least 2 goals for a push, but I think that the correct score will be 2-1 for Italy.
Nice. I would take that because my bet is Italy to win and under 3.5 goals. Yes, Turkey are a very dangerous team, and they did take 4 points off France in qualifying. But I just think that Italy should have enough solidity in midfield and enough defensive might to get the job done in this game. But yeah, I think it's going to be a tight, tense, low-scoring clash with a scraped, low-scoring victory for Italy. Next up, we have Wales versus Switzerland. Alex, do Wales have a chance in this game? Can Gareth Bale put down his golf clubs in time to lead them to success, or how's it going to pan out?
Yeah, some strange results lately from Wales, some great results lately for the Swiss side. But again, let's put the friendlies away. Let's not even think about the results from the preparation matches, friendly matches that the coaches normally are rotating squads, and they are trying new systems, and they will do everything to prepare as good as they can for the first match. This is a very, very important match. And yes, Bale probably the last. If not, he will push it because the next World Cup is in 1 year and a half. Let's say that, because it's in winter of 2021, right?
22.
So
Yeah.
22,
Yeah.
sorry.
22
Yeah, 22, yeah, well, in January there. So I think that there is still time for Bale to play another tournament if he will not put his boots on the wall and finish with football. But yes, this is a very interesting match. Switzerland with they like to play with two strikers always, with Zakaria and Remo Freuler battling in the middle for a place there. Shaqiri and Gavranovic and Seferovic in front. Very experienced players in Xhaka. Timo Freuler, I would love to see him in the middle there. Akanji, I'm not even saying about Akanji, one of my favorite players, but unfortunately, I don't know how good he will help, like in the club team, how good he will help the system of Switzerland. On the other side, players from Premier League and from the Championship, right? A lot of experienced players from the Premier League and from the Championship, together with Bale that is coming from out. But I think that this match should offer us goals, and goals from both sides. I think that Switzerland have the first chance to win this one. But again, I'm going for the goals market. Over 1.75 on the Asian handicap, at 1.23, almost at 1.82 European odds. So over 1.75. So in case we have 2 goals, it's half win, half push. And still, I will be happy with that.
Yeah, 2 good teams comfortably nestled inside the top 20 of the world rankings. But for me, Switzerland do have the better all-round team. I know that Wales have a couple of superstars in their ranks, like Bale, perhaps Ramsey, but they've got a lot of players from the lower leagues, whereas Switzerland have that Borussia Mönchengladbach quartet. They've got Kanji, like you mentioned, Xhaka, even Xherdan Shaqiri is a good playmaker. So I'm leaning towards Switzerland on this one.
Zomer from the 2 keepers, Zomer is better than Ward, in my opinion. Yes, interesting names also in this Wales team, like Ampadu from Chelsea, but he's not a regular for Chelsea. I don't know. A lot of experience, but not a lot of them are starters in their teams, right? So Bale, we know what a strange, even though from the strikers, he's the best goal per minutes in the last year, because he played so little, but he scored some goals, you know. So if you compare goals per minutes, Bale is first there on top. But I don't think that he will have a lot to deal. On the other side, Switzerland are have a great fighting spirit. I love to see them in the finals like this tournament, you know. So this is why I think that they have the upper hand, and they might win this match.
Yeah, Switzerland are masters of getting out of the group stage. What do you think, Tang? How's this going to pan out?
Switzerland are very Swiss. They never go below a standard, but they never really peak. Wales had a great momentum last tournament. Belgium is the same squad, or at least the same starting level, more or less. Can they do it again? And if you compare where Bale was, where it is now, I don't know. If we look at the average, Switzerland is much more above them. I don't understand in prospect, because if I look at the tournament, I can tell you also, if Switzerland, for example, end up second in the group, they could have a very, very good bracket. Very good bracket. So even without shining, they could get to quarterfinals, unless they would be disappointing, obviously. But they have anyway reliable quality, not great peak, but reliable quality in every position, which Wales don't have. If they manage to stick together and to have intensity, I think they can make it. If they manage to be Swiss, I think they can make it. The odds on Switzerland to win are very high. I mean, Switzerland obviously are clearly favorite, but still balanced, the odds on Switzerland to win, and enough high to be picked. So I just go with Switzerland to win.
And let's not forget that they are playing with two strikers, and let's not forget how many problems Wales have at the back, and the power that Switzerland brings on the counter is huge. So I think that even Switzerland over 1.5 team total goals, so to score twice in the match, I think that this is also an interesting bet.
Yeah, Wales also without their manager. Ryan Giggs can't go to the tournament because he was arrested on suspicion of assault. So they have a caretaker manager. There's not a great deal of experience in their ranks. And Switzerland know how to get the job done in major tournaments. They've made it out of the group stage in the last 3. And I just feel like they have too much quality all over the team for Wales. So I'm with Tan. I'm going for a straight win for Switzerland in that one. The next one sees a very solid Denmark team. Fantastic quality in every position, I think, Denmark, taking on Finland, who are in their first ever major tournament. It's all very exciting for Finland. They're all crying, they're partying in the streets, they've made it. Fantastic. But I think they could come back down to earth with a bump here. What are you going for, Tancredi Palmeri?
Look, out of nowhere, from this morning, I am an adopted Finland fan. That's real. Basically, before every tournament, I do, as I'm a football kits collector, I do my podium of best kits. And I tweeted that, in my opinion, in the podium was third, I don't remember, was home, Portugal home, second was Sweden away, and my Oscar or award or MVP, call it as you want, was to Finland home kit. I didn't know I was big in Finland. Now I know. That tweet had such a smashing consequence that this morning...
So you cannot go against them right now with your pick,
this
right?
morning, publicly, Finland Football Association has tweeted publicly to me saying to get in contact with them to have a special shirt sent by them. So now I'm all in support of them. I'm looking into the unbelievable. Now I'm all in support of them. I'm checking the positive, but this doesn't mean that I want to lead you towards the wrong bet. Denmark, as you said, very solid, very, very solid. They don't shine that much, but Eriksen sometimes is good enough for taking things on their side. But Finland, the enthusiasm, look what happened this morning. The enthusiasm this whole nation is putting in, that they are gonna feel this wind that is blowing behind them. And I think that they will put everything at the very beginning to show how much they deserve to be in this. Don't know if it will be enough until the end, but I think that their approach and their start will be the right one. So I go with a draw at the halftime, because this is just the most important moment in the history of Finnish football. So even if they had Jari Litmanen in the past, but a whole nation is there, even much more than it is behind every other nation that is in the Euro.
I like that. I like that. It's all about Teemu Pukki, isn't it, for Finland? But I think Denmark can cut off the supply to him. You know, if you've got Delaney and Højbjerg in midfield with Kjaer and Christensen at the back, Schmeichel in goal, such a solid team, and they should have just about enough in attack for me to get the job done. What do you reckon, Alex? What are you going for?
I mean, the Teemu Pukki is the new Lidmanen, Jari Lidmanen, right? For the big Finnish player. And yes, he still is a great goal scorer. I think that he scored 26 goals this season for Norwich in 39 appearances. But if you look for the rest of the squad, you will know only Lukáš Hradečky, that he's playing for Bayer Leverkusen in Bundesliga. But after that, you have players from, Paphos, from the first division in Cyprus. You have Häcken from Allsvenskan in Sweden. You have HJK from their national... Yes. You have players from Genk. And what is more important, that you have all this from MLS, from Minnesota, you have players. But what is shocking is that the majority of them are not starters for their club teams, you know. So they are not Teemu Pukki, that they are playing every match and match in and match out for Norwich. No, they are playing for small teams and they are not even starters. So that is a great question mark if you want to bet on the Finnish side. Yes, they are athletic players, they are tall players, they have a great fighting spirit. The public will be with them because they always love the dark horse there. It's the tournament of their life. But on the other hand, you have, like you said, Kjaer and Christensen at the back, but not only him. You have Mele from Atalanta, you have Vas from Valencia. You have a great middle that can keep balls away with the Delaney and Højbjerg. Braithwaite and Paulsen on the wings there can put a lot of great balls for Dolberg. And of course, Eriksson that can always deliver. He's great on free kicks and set pieces with good crosses and stuff like that. So for me, with all the fighting spirit and enthusiasm that the Finnish team will bring on the table here, I think that Denmark will kick off the tournament on the right foot with a clear victory here. I have Denmark -1 on the Asian handicap at 1.8, -1 to 5 in US odds. So if they win by 1, it's a push. If they win by more, I will be very, very conservative with my bets during the entire Euro. You will see from Tancredi that he has some crazy bombs, bomb after bomb after bomb. You will see also tomorrow what the odds are for his picks and what.
Don't say it. Don't anticipate that. But it was a good teaser.
A promotional thing.
It was a good teaser. It was a very good teaser. Very good teaser.
But I will stay very conservative. You will see me a lot of times playing the Asian handicap because a push is better than a loss. But again, it's an important tournament. There will be cagey matches also. There might be some surprises. But if we stay conservative, I think that this is the way to go till the end of the tournament. And this is why we are here, to make money.
We certainly are. We've made some good money together over the past few years, and let's hope we can keep it rolling. The final game we have to cover today is Russia hosting Belgium in St. Petersburg. Belgium are the #1 side still in the FIFA rankings, and along with Italy, they're one of only 2 teams to qualify for this tournament with a 100% record. Funnily enough, they were actually in the same qualification group as Russia, and they beat them home and away, including a 4-1 win in St. Petersburg. But the preparation hasn't exactly been ideal, has it, for Belgium? Antonio Rudiger pretty much headbutted Kevin De Bruyne in the Champions League final, and he broke his cheekbone and his eye socket. So Injury concerns there. Hazard hasn't played much for Real Madrid this season. I still think they've got a fantastic array of quality players within their ranks and they can get the job done here. But what are you guys thinking, Alex? Can you see Belgium winning this game?
They scored at least 3 goals in their last 3 games against Russia. I think that they are coming into this tournament not as main favorites, and this is very good because everyone considered last time that it's them all the way. Also me, I thought so. Right now, they have an old back with Vertonghen and Anderweireld. If they were playing, if it was 4 years ago, you would think differently. With the Neuer together with them in the middle there. I think that the most important player, again, for them is Lukaku, together with De Bruyne, who will probably, I don't know if he will miss, but I don't think that he will play from the first minute of the game against Russia. He is training normal. He's training okay. Let's see what they will bring. But we have also Torgan Hazard that can replace him. They have a great middle with Munier, and I think that in the middle, the most important and improved player in this Belgium squad is Tielemans. Tielemans that will take a lot of advantages from Lukaku. Lukaku being the pivot there in the opposition half. If you put long balls on him, he will protect the ball with all his power because he's a great athlete, and he showed that being the MVP of Serie A in the last season. I think that Tielemans with shots from outside the box, with great assists for Mertens, taking the ball from Lukaku there. On the clearance. Belgium are putting a lot of pressure on the opposition as always, and they love to shoot from outside the box and score goals, and they are masters of that. So Carrasco on the left side there is an amazing squad, even with some of the players from the bench. On the other side, we have Russia with Juba, their main striker. I don't know how old he is. But he's also old.
32,
but the oldest,
if I'm not mistaken.
But the oldest one from them is again Yuri Zhirkov. That I don't understand why he's still playing at 37 years old.
I watched Yuri Zhirkov playing live at the semi-final at Euro 2008 in Vienna against Spain. Unbelievable.
Still going strong.
Yeah, one of the most important players, in my opinion, from this Russia side is Miranchuk. He can do wonders if you give him spaces. I think that if you want to take him to be the top scorer of this Russian side, because I think that Juba will not have, because everybody learned how Juba is playing. Tall balls, balls in the opposition, box, header, good at headers, but everybody learned how Juba is playing. And I think that Miranchuk coming with the ball from out, and if you leave him a lot of spaces, he is a very clever player and he can do wonders. I think that him to be the top scorer from the Russian team is a good bet. But for this match, I cannot go anywhere from this Belgium money line at minus 143, around 1.7 in European odds. I think that the odds are too high for this Belgium straight win, in my opinion, even though they are playing in Russia and the crowd will be with the Russian team. I think that there is too much quality on that Belgium team. And again, they scored at least 3 goals in the last 3 head-to-heads with Russia.
Yeah, Russia's preparation for this tournament's been far from ideal. They've suffered a few damaging defeats in the past year. And yes, Belgium do struggle a bit defensively now that Vertonghen and Alderweireld are getting past their best. Vincent Kompany's retired. But I still do think there's enough quality in this Belgian midfield and going forwards to get the job done in this game. Tan, please could you give us your expert verdict?
Mao Scala is saying time for Euro Madness, Tan. I like the Euro Madness in place of Tan Madness. Tomorrow,
you will not have one. You will have 3 of them.
Yeah, but there is one that is huge. About this one, it's good odds, predictable, but very good odds. Actually, great odds on Belgium to win with at least with 1 goal handicap. In my opinion, it's a no contest. Lukaku in too good form, and even if you scrap Hazard, if you scrap a decent Hazard, and De Bruyne from this starting 11, they're just too much for Russia. That is true. They are playing at home at Krestovsky in St. Petersburg, and there is a full house. The only 2 stadiums with full house are St. Petersburg and I don't remember if Budapest or Baku, maybe Baku, but maybe also Budapest, I don't remember at the moment. But still, one thing was World Cup 3 years ago. Now it's different for Russia. Many of those veterans have retired. Some single players are rising up, but there isn't really in a level game like against Belgium. I don't buy that they can put up an intense performance like he did against Spain, for example, at the Centralny Stadium in Moscow. So Belgium to win with handicap, and is not this the game where Russia can get the qualification? But I have to say, I was expecting much lower odds on Belgium. When I saw it, that winning 2-0, at least 2-0, at least 3-1 or whatever, for them was priced that much, I said, everybody stops that one. Lukaku is possibly the center forward in the best form in all Europe.
Yeah, very, very difficult to play against. Russia do raise their game when they're playing on home soil, but and I do think they can have a decent tournament, but I think they're going to struggle against a very, very slick Belgium team in this opener. Okay, thanks very much, guys. Esteban, could we have the picks, please? Okay, so first off, we've got Alex's picks. He's going for over 2 goals Asian handicap, so over 2 goals Asian market in the Turkey versus Italy game at -130. He's going for over 1.75 goals when Wales face Switzerland. He's got a -1 Asian handicap for Denmark, and he's going for a moneyline victory for Belgium at -143. Over to Tan, he's going for the big odds. He's rolling it all out for us, and he's got even bigger ones tomorrow. But for today, we have Italy to win by just a single goal at +230. He's going Switzerland on the money line at +126. And he's going for draw half time in the Denmark versus Finland game. He's a newly adopted Finn. And finally, he's also going for Belgium -1 Asian handicap at +130. I'm just going for a classic Italy in under 3.5 goals at -105. Then I've got Switzerland straight win at +126. Denmark and the over 1.5 goals at -110. I actually got odds of -136 on Belgium. I'm going down a little bit now, but head on over to SBR Odds, where we provide you with a free odds comparison service, and you can find the best prices from the leading bookmakers and sports books on every single big sporting event. Thanks very much, Esteban. That's all good. Let's see their lovely faces once again.
You mean this lovely face?
You are going on what match? You are going, Tan?
Tomorrow, right? Italy, Turkey, and then I'm traveling to London, to Munich. You will see. You want to be. Want to get the spoilers in advance? You will see.
Okay.
Yeah, you will see it live on SBR.
Real quick, just a one word answer. Who are you going for? Let's do a 2-team parlay. Alex, who are you putting forward for a parlay?
Belgium and Denmark.
Got it. Tan, who are you putting forward for a parlay?
But Alex said 2.
Oh no, choose one, Alex. You choose one.
Belgium.
Okay.
I say Switzerland to win.
Ooh, okay, there you go. Nice little two-team parlay. Okay, thanks very much for watching, everyone. Thanks for all your comments in the chat. Just to reiterate, please, could you gently tap that thumbs up button?
Come on. We are at 62. Get to 100. Come on. Don't be stingy. Don't be stingy.
Show your
and also, let's announce that tomorrow we have photos.
I'm coming on to that, Alex. I am coming on.
Okay.
Don't you worry, my friend. We will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Time and 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We've got double trouble for you guys. We've got some great guests. But head on over to sportsbookreview.com for some free picks and insight. And we will see you tomorrow. Thanks very much, guys.
Thank you very much, and best of luck with your best, guys. And come on, let's do this tournament together.
Forza Italia!
Ragazzi!